Greetings, sir. Oh, greetings, sir.
Hello and welcome back for some more Star Citizen. I got Salty Cactus with us, or with me here, and we're pretending to be NPCs standing out front the the entrance hall. We're just, not moving. We're doing what NPCs do in this game.
Yep.
Pretty sure a couple of people have just walked by us. Not a clue. Oh, goodness. Anyway, let's get going, man.
All right.
We are here at the, what's it, 2951, is that right?
2951, yes.
Day 1, 2951 IAE. Pretty awesome.
Yes.
Everything's blue. Last year everything was gold, right?
Yes.
This year,
gold and white.
Everything this year is my favorite color. So I'll be buying all the skins I possibly can. Why? Well, because it's blue.
I really like the color scheme that they went with. There's the wood also. It's so nice.
It's quite pleasant, the amount of money that goes into AUSA. I mean,
IAE.
IAE, it's a lot of money.
Yep.
So obviously, it's day one. Come in here, buy your
merch.
Your merch, right? Make it look like you got your you're sporting your colors. Over here we got
Navy people.
More stuff. Yeah. Well,
gonna get the
Aegis. What? No, I have a t-shirt. I have like the perma t-shirt, and then I have for Anvil, and then I have and then I have the one that I'm wearing, which is slick. Oh, you can't really see it, but it's the Carrack one. That looks like the Anvil A, but it's for a Carrack.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Anvil for life. The new Misk ship can suck it. I'm just putting it out there.
What Misk ship?
What Misk ship? There's a. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it won't be overpowered at all or better in every respect at all. I'm sure it will be a well-balanced, well-oiled machine. All right. Zenith Hall? Yeah, that's where we're going today?
Yep.
Man, it just looks so good. Everything.
It does. The stars and everything. Oh, actually, there are some audio tour things. Plaques.
I really don't want to go see those. But you can look around, viewer, and go find audio plaques.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun for you.
And this is also quite nice. Got a schedule here.
Oh, yeah, signposting, baby. Yeah, tomorrow is Aegis, so we'll check out the new Aegis ship tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
What?
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, no! Oh, we lost it. No! This asshole.
Damn it.
You and your stock character.
Thanks, guy.
You're going back with us. You're going back with us. No, no. Oh, I couldn't close the door fast enough. In his underwear!
Yeah, it was. And you were super close to him.
I know. Well, sometimes it's just something you got to do. Now, this is new. Check this out.
Yep, go ahead.
Talk to me. Giant. Oh, I can't read. Gianna Tarrant. Arthur.
I think these are all the. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the squadron people?
Could be.
This is pretty cool. You can't.
No, this is not.
I
don't know.
Flying since 2130. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, these might be all different pilots because the theme of this IAE is Dare to Fly. It's all about flying and pilots. So these might be just pilots.
Rando pilots they made up and decided to.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean,
nice.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's already. It's very cool. Uh-oh, what do we have over here? Remember this? This used to be Oh, it's the Carrack commercial.
Yep.
When what was it? The the Rock DS's advertisement was first released on that TV.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it's starter also on the shining on the floor. I mean the reflection, of course.
It's like Vegas, man!
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you've never been to Vegas, but Vegas, the underground in Vegas between the hotels is pretty intense. Oh, so day one! Day one is Anvil Day.
Yes.
They started with the best. Oh, man.
Wait, so for you it only gets worse? What?
Yeah. Oh, man. So that's the layout of the floor here. You can get a good look. Downstairs we'll take a look at the hologram of the Liberator, the Ballista, and the Spartan. We're both really, Salty and I are both really kind of excited for the Spartan. It's pretty cool. Now, if they would just give us some legitimate uses for it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like
potentially, maybe. Well, no, I'm not going to say it.
So the Anvil Carrack, the premier and always will be the premier, no matter how hard other manufacturers try. Exploration vessel, military, former military, and so it's got quite a bit of firepower associated with it. The cockpit can be covered with armored plating, and in general, just a pretty massive, gigantic ship. You can actually pick it up. I think it's at a slightly reduced cost if you buy it as a part of one of the exploration packs. If you can pick those up, if you can get a link to one. But one of the biggest flyable ships in the game, Anvil Carrack. And of course, with it is its tiny little parasite ship, which is the Pisces over here, the C8 Pisces.
This is the exploration version, even.
It is, yeah. We're getting some low ass frame rates in this place too. Yeah, wow. Yeah, the Anvil Pisces. So this is the exploration, or the expedition version with the expedition paint on it.
Expedition.
This version, so the standard C8 has the 2 nose weapons, and then the expedition variant has an additional 2 underwing, additional S1s. Pretty great little ship, I'll tell you what, for banging around the verse, without a doubt. If I just need to get somewhere, this is usually what I'm rolling in.
The best and pretty much only shuttle in the game.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess the MPUF, but yeah.
Yeah, the MPUF. This has quantum drive. The MPUF doesn't. So,
yes.
Great little starter ship for just banging around. Good quantum drive. You can get where you need to go and all that.
Yep. Other side?
Yeah, other side. I was flying around in this today. The Anvil Arrow, which has recently been, with the gold standard update of the Gladius, completely outstripped by the Aegis Gladius, which I hate because I love the Arrow. The Arrow is so much fun to fly. This ship looks good. It's amazing to look at. It's zippy as hell. It's fast. It brakes quick. Super nimble. It's just, for whatever they've done, I don't know. The Gladius is kind of the supreme light fighter and kind of always will be. Now that may change when they bring in armor, because all Anvil ships are supposed to be a little bit more armored than other ships. But yeah, let's see here. Hold on. Watch this.
What?
Oh, I'm just going up on the camera. So the only problem with this ship now is they nerfed it pretty hard when they took out the ability to change out that top turret. So that top turret used to be able to change that. You could put a size 3 on it, so you'd have 3 size 3s on this ship, which was great. Now you cannot. It's locked in place, and you can only have 2 size 1s. So pretty irritating. Now I will say they did put neutron cannons on it, so those are kind of fun, and so Not a bad loadout for them forcing it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh gosh, let's go back into first person because frames, man. Can you rent all these guns too, or are they just here to look at?
You can buy them.
Oh, you can buy them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
The size 6 all the way in the back costs a whopping 127,000 AUEC.
I just have over 200,000, so yeah, that would be a problem. Is this one over here?
Yeah. That one.
Oh, well, no, that one's a size.
No, this one.
Which one? This one on the end?
Yeah, the size 6.
Holy jeez. Oh boy, I don't even have anything you could put that on. Is there a ship that this could be put on?
I'm thinking, but no, maybe.
I don't think there is.
890 jump turret, maybe.
I don't think
I don't know.
I think the largest, like the Hammerhead, maxes out at size 5s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what you need.
Yeah,
that
me
for.
neither.
All right, coming over here to one of Salty's favorite ships.
Yes.
Gladiator, Anvil Gladiator, the bomber. That's actually a missile boat. And here's what I'm gonna say right now. You ready for it, Salty?
What?
I'm gonna give my hot take. CIG, we really need you to bring smaller bombs to the verse, right? So like size 1 through size 4 or 5, and most ships, not all, most ships should be able to equip them instead of
On the pylons.
on the pylons instead of missiles. Make that happen for me, CIG, and you'll be doing something really good. So this is marketed as a bomber, but it carries only missiles. But that's because we only had missiles at the time. So you can fully anticipate this picking up bombs at some point.
For size 5, if I remember correctly, in the bay right here.
Yeah. But I think other ships ought to be allowed to. I think that
sure.
letting a person who has a fighter make it a little bit more multi-role so that they can enjoy the process of bombing with something smaller than a Moab would be a fantastic little addition. Anyway, that's my hot take. Take it for what it's worth. I mean, in reality, I'll just say, there are lots of fighter bombers that are not effing B-52s and all that. All right, other side, far side. Ready?
Yep.
Keep up, Salty, keep up. We're going. Oh, we're running. Low frames with all this cool stuff in here. We're trying.
That's what it's about.
Okay, alright, this little guy right here. This little guy is another light fighter, the Hawk, the Anvil Hawk. Has 0 missiles, but it has an EMP built in. And 4 size 2 fixed and 2 size 1s on a little chin mount. It's a pretty mean little fighter. I haven't flown mine in quite a while, but this is a bounty hunting ship. So the back, let's see if I can zoom around here. You see that super awkward kind of protrusion in the rear? That is your prisoner bay. You can put 1 prisoner in there, and I think you used to be able to log out in it. I don't know if you can anymore, but used to be that you could EVA over and log out, and that was your bed.
Yep.
And so that was a pretty cool little feature for a light fighter that none of the other light fighters have that capability, so it's pretty nice.
It's very dark in here.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they've not really figured out how they're going to implement that particular that function of dragging a player, right, getting them in your ship. Like, where do they go? Are they out of the game? Yeah, I don't know. Out of the game until you drop them off at Klesher? Who knows? Who knows? No one knows yet.
Well, wasn't it the case where at some point the player can decide to can decide to force respawn, and then your body would be just an APC. Okay,
I'm sure. And you'll probably respawn with none of your gear and all that stuff, because that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Right. All right. So moving on. So I've recently started watching a guy who loves this ship. He's another YouTuber.
It's
Avenger 1. He loves this ship, the Hurricane.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. So originally designed as a what happened? As a glass cannon, the Hurricane has I don't know the full loadout of this ship because I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with it. It's a beautiful looking ship. I know the turrets. I think it's 4 size 4s. I'm not
so too. Yeah.
I'm not sure what the 2 front pilot controlled weapons are, but they're not slave forward. So this requires a second person to operate the turret. Extremely high alpha DPS if you've got both seats manned. And there was some early conversation about how like this used to be kind of like, I don't know, for multi-crew, the meta for fighters, and the Redeemer showed up and absolutely stonks this thing. But, you know, maybe they'll balance it all out. But, yeah, the Hurricane. Pretty good fun little ship, but you gotta have a friend to really make full use of it.
Unfortunately.
And it is supposed to be a glass cannon, even though it is.
Yeah.
Even though it is, now whether or not Dagon CIG holds to that is a completely different thing, because it will have like Anvil armor and stuff like per Anvil, but it should not be a heavily armored behemoth.
No.
Now you can rent these too. Check that out. Boom, rent.
Yes. Like the guy is demonstrating right there.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Oh.
I never fly this ship.
You should.
I'm gonna rent it. I'm gonna do it.
It's
Get out of here, chat. Nobody likes you.
My favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Like full-on fighter.
This one? Oh, this is your favorite full-on fighter?
Yes.
You ought to buy it.
Maybe in the first.
Salty just breached the ocean surface and spewed water out and took a deep breath, okay?
What?
You're a whale. Just
Oh.
Don't worry about it. If you like it, it gives you something to earn in game, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm not sure. Was there something else on the other side of this?
Nope. No, this is it for this part.
This is it for this part?
Now we can go to the Zenith room.
The Huda room? Oh, the Zenith room. Are you sure there wasn't something over here behind the
Yeah,
Gladiator?
there's nothing. No, it's nothing. It's asymmetric.
It's asymmetric. Okay, I'm lost.
Right here.
I'm coming. I see you. I see your tag. I see your tag. I'm coming.
I'll just do a little jog so you can catch up.
No, I'm here. Oh my gosh. Ah, here we go. They always put a lot of nice design work into these little transition rooms. It's always fun.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Oh, Microtech with an orbiting station. Expand what's possible. I'd really like you to expand us into Pyro.
It's not possible though, so you cannot expand that.
It's beyond the limits.
Yeah. We need to test the limits.
Oh boy. Alright, what do we have in here? I don't even know what we have in here. We can look at the sign. We can look at the sign, yes.
Yeah,
look.
we can. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
To the left we got the Hornets and stuff, and to the right we got all the...
oh, okay, alright, yeah. So let's go left first, I guess.
Yep.
To the Hornet lineup. Oh, man. What a great lineup of fighters. Tell you what. The Hornet is like the... well, it's one of the oldest fighters in the game. Or fighter concepts, right?
It's the first ship demonstrated, I guess.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Chris Roberts, when he did that first demo where he was sitting in a chair, was in a Hornet, wasn't he?
Yep, he was.
Yeah. So you cannot buy this little guy right here, the F7A. The F7A is a, I think, Squadron 42 exclusive thing, and once you beat the game, you'll probably be allowed to, like, buy one of these in game. That's like the thing for Squadron. Depending on how you end it, I think you're allowed to like,
well, the thing is,
earn
this
the
is
right
the
to
current,
purchase ships in game.
Yeah, but along with the F8, which we'll see in a bit, these two ships are the current military ships that are in service.
Yes, these are the in-service military ships. So, as a veteran of Squadron 42 in that campaign, I believe their end goal is to have you be able to earn the right to purchase an aftermarket F7A or F8C after beating it. So this is the one. So we'll kind of hold on. Whoop, there we go. So this is the F7CM, which is like the upgunned F7C, 2-seater. The guy in the back can control the turret, which is pretty cool if you got that going on. Otherwise, it slaves forward, so you get full maximum firepower. Gimbaled size 2s on the wings, gimbaled size 2s on the turret up top, and gimbaled size 1s on the bottom. And of course, you can replace all of that for a size 4 on top and 3 size 3s, which is pretty beefy if you can hit. That's all fixed though.
Yeah. And
then over here, this is just the top look at the F7A. Absolutely gorgeous. They actually sold a skin that made your F7CM look like this, but they they haven't implemented it into the game yet. But there are some people rolling around that have the skin for it. Yeah.
What a roomy this thing is.
I know. Yeah. It's funny because you talk. There were people complaining about like flight speeds and maneuvering handling and stuff and all that. And one of the things John Cruz said was like, yeah, but our ships are like 1,000 times, like they're much, much bigger than modern jet aircraft.
Yeah.
So this, oh wow, look, this is like the difference between like an F-14 and an F-16, like back in the 90s. The digital cockpit of the F-16 versus like the analog cockpit of the F-14.
Yeah.
So after this, I'll go get in the F7CM. Wow, this is gonna be amazing.
It also has a holster to your right.
Oh, they took the power plant out, Salty. I can't power it on.
Well, because that's probably all classified data on the screens.
Well, I don't want that holster there. I want the holster doggone
behind you somewhere. Yeah.
No, I want it strapped to my... Well, I want it in a chest holster. I think that's where most pilots carry them.
Yeah, for helicopters.
Mainly because,
for jet fighters.
If you have to do that thing called run away.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Open copilot. Are you closed?
I'm in a copilot.
I can't get in.
Go use a pilot seat.
I'm trying. Close pilot canopy.
No, use pilot ladder. That's what you need to do. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not giving me the option. Oh man.
Oh,
can you get out and see? Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's got a conflict going on.
Yeah, this is like the F-14.
Yeah.
Good, I would say.
Right, let's see.
I feel like the Ghost should also be a
open ladder, close pilot. I can't go. How did you get in?
It's use pilot ladder.
It's not letting me.
Ladder hatch.
Huh?
Look at the ladder hatch.
I know where it is. I own this ship, Salty.
That is kind of weird. Should be top thing.
I'll just get in the co-pilot seat. Whatever.
Okay, I'll see if I can get in the pilot seat then.
Yeah. So if we look around this, right? It's just a lot of silliness. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why that's not working. You glitched it out for me.
What? No. Oh, they did upgrade this part. That's pretty cool.
Let's see if I can. Oh, can you open the canopy again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I can't get the camera to do what I want it to do. I was going to try and zoom it in.
You can open yours.
Yeah, I'm trying to show the... Yeah. Well. Oh well. That's what you get. Sorry. It doesn't want to work. Anyway, the F7CM has a less slick cockpit, as it were. All right.
Yeah. Still pretty cool one though.
Oh yeah. I might work on one of these other ones if I can get into them before you. All right. This is yep. So the Wildfire is just a F7C variant.
Yes.
Oh Lord, have mercy! What just happened?
No, this is an F7C, not M.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it does not have the dual cockpit.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
The Heartseeker is the one you're referring to, I think.
It is. So I can get into this pilot seat, maybe. Then
I mean,
you'll
it's
be
the only
able to
seat
see
available on that thing, so.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So you see, like, it's very different. We got stuff up here. We got lots of stuff going on around the sides. Oh, there it goes. Now it looks right. The little black squares were there before the canopy closed. Yeah, so just an older looking cockpit, an older looking design. You know, but still pretty awesome, but not quite as sleek. Not quite as sleek.
It's just an outdated model.
I mean, it is, but it still looks good. And the Hearts, this version, the Wildfire, whatever, it looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Very retro. With the bare metal and just a little bit of trim lining and the nose art.
Yipper. Oh yeah, the nose art. Yeah, CIG. We need more nose art.
Yeah.
All right. So we had some technical difficulties, and a huge swath of our walkthrough was lost yesterday, but that's okay, because I'm here to re-record it. Yay! Anyway, so too easy. Salty's not here, but he'll be back for the next part when we transition to ground vehicles. All right, so we left off with the this little guy, the Wildfire, right? Which is a variant of the F7C. Pretty nice design, pretty nice. And we came over to the F7, the straight F7C. Now, this is a we got to redo all of our camera angles. We had everything set up. It was so great. Whoa, there I am. It's all good though. It's all good. So we go up. Yeah, the F7C. Now this is a particularly cool ship. It's the least, I believe. Well, it's not the least armed, because the tracker and the Ghost are both also armed in a similar way. But the cool thing about this, it trades the top gun mount for cargo, which is so you get some SCU, but you can't run box missions in it. You can't actually access it directly, but it does have some SCU there for you. But this is like the base F7 variant. It's the least expensive, but in the verse you can go buy the weapons mounts, like you see behind on the Wildfire. You see that weapon mount. You can go buy that weapon mount, and then you can also buy the one that is on the F7CM. So you can make this at least have the weapon systems of an F7CM, but you, based on what our understanding is, the armor package will be different when it actually releases. So the armor package will be a little bit different, because the M variant is actually, a little bit more militarized. Alright, so now we come back around here and we check out the next two variants of the F7, which is the F7 Ghost and the Tracker. Now, we had a little conversation on these. The Ghost and the Tracker. Now, I put these ships in the same category, but they're not really in the same category. The Ghost is a stealth fighter, kind of along the same lines as the the saber is supposed to be, right? So it comes with stealth grade components, and it's supposed to naturally be a stealthy ship. I believe the skin of this ship also is supposed to eventually have some type of stealth component augmentation to it. You of course can make this equipped and armed like the M variant, but that's gonna decrease your stealth capability. Now, the tracker, which is behind it, is your reconnaissance variant, right? So this is supposed to have massively improved sensor suite, so that you can ping out and find the opponents. Now, I put these in the same category because, of course, you know, one is a very loud reconnaissance ship, and the other is a very quiet reconnaissance ship. Oh gosh, there we go. No gosh, we ran under it. And I very much see the quiet reconnaissance ship as a better reconnaissance ship. So you wouldn't be pinging with the Ghost, right? You would be relying on passive scanners, but you'd probably be able to get away with it. Where if you're out there banging away with your ping and your sensors with the tracker, I don't know. You run the risk of getting spotted and having to run. So, two variations: stealth fighter, the reconnaissance variant. I think both of them fall better into that reconnaissance category. But that's just personal opinion. Take it for what you will. Take it for what you will. All right. So those are those two ships. All right. So now we have to go on a jog, because the next three ships that we lost all of our footage of are in another hall, another side hall. So we're gonna take a run here back through the beautiful test the limits, push the boundaries, and we'll head into what is my favorite hall in the Expo Center, mainly because of its attractive color schemes. I just love the lighting. The lighting in this is the most enjoyable. Look at it. It's just pretty. So we make jokes later in the show about Terrapin, because Terrapin owners, so I'll just say what we said here right off the bat. Terrapin owners are very protective of their Terrapins, and they really love them, and that's okay. Oh gosh, and that's okay. So the Terrapin is, if the tracker is the fighter variant size reconnaissance platform, then the Terrapin is the step up from that. It's still a one-man ship, but it sports all the improved sensors. It's a heavily armored system, but less firepower. It is a one-man deal, though. So if we were to come down, look at my beautiful face, and we can go inside. It's got VTOL engines, so it can, get in some of those denser atmospheres, and and hover. So that's your sensor chair, and then you got your pilot seat up here. And then it does have a full-on shower bath toilet combo and a single bed. So if you wanted to run 24/7 ops with this vessel, you absolutely could with two people, but it is designed for a single person. And then I always bring up this with the Terrapin because I want to see it happen. So CIG is obsessed with signals intelligence, right? You get the radar, you get the ping, right? And then you see the thing, right? And that's fine, but eventually sensors will be able to detect those pings. And so I love these canisters. I want these canisters to become electro-optic, infrared, or thermal sensors, cameras. And then that would enable us, these canisters, to do imagery of our fleets or objectives. And they're horizontally placed on the ship, which means that they would be good for space reconnaissance. So like you get close to a fleet, you point your nose at the fleet, you take a thermal image or an IR image or just an electro-optic if they happen to be silhouetted or highlighted by the sun, and then you get a completely signals-free image of the enemy fleet. And you know, you could zoom in, right? We've talked about zoom being a thing. You could zoom out, right? And then you could identify an enemy fleet or an enemy ground position using a different type of reconnaissance than signals reconnaissance, which eventually, especially for active signals like the ping, which is effectively synthetic aperture radar, right? SAR, it's sending out a ping and you're getting an image back, right? That's detectable. Every time you do that, that should be detectable, which is why the ping is not is a fine way to do reconnaissance if you're reconning in force, but it's not a great way to do it if you're reconning in stealth, right? If you don't care that the enemy knows where you are and you've got the whole fleet with you and you're banging away looking for them and you're looking for a fight, great. If you're trying to sneak around and get a initial picture, you want to be quiet. And that's where I think the imagery, the passive, well, imagery wouldn't be passive, but it would be better than just passive scans, and it would be better than pinging. All right, our next ship is the Anvil Valkyrie, the first dropship to come out. It's an absolute beast, loads of guns, a lot of fun. I made a joke about Commander not flying it very well. He loves it. He got us blown up one time. It was funny. You know, back in the day, bunker missions, and I don't know, I've only ever seen right now bunkers with one turret on them. Bunkers used to have like 4 to 5, and he came cruising over the target really slow, and we just got obliterated. But it was quite amusing. But yeah, the Valk. The Valk is a fantastic ship. Lots and lots of small caliber guns, which is good. I mean, that top turret obviously is to cover against ships, but all these side weapons and the bottom weapons are to cover infantry as they disgorge from the bowels of this ship. This is an infantry dropship primarily, but it's also pretty awesome. There we are, running. It's also got enough room in the back for a Cyclone. Which is also good. A Cyclone plus, oh, look at his hat. That's pretty great. A Cyclone plus some bikes. So you could do infantry. You can do ground vehicle support. Oh, you can't go up there. What's going on there? Oh, okay, there it goes. It's automatic. I hate that. Come on, automatic, go. So you got your infantry seats here, right? And I think on the other side too. All right, so total infantry seats, yep, 16. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5. So 20 total. It's pretty good. A new feature that Salty found, pretty awesome. Look at this. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's new. So the issue is when you drive in here with your Cyclone, you can overshoot, and the top of the Cyclone's weapon mount can hit this overhang here, the second deck, which is where the remote stations for the side guns are. And, yeah, cause damage to your Cyclone. So this is great. First, this concept came in the Carrack, and now they've put it here. And I'm pretty sure this was not here when the ship released, and I absolutely love it. And CIG, I want red lights on my Carrack. I want red lights on my Carrack. I do. I love it. I love this feature. It's great. It just acts as a backstop. In case you're a little overzealous on the entry, right? Which a lot of people sometimes are. It's all good. Side doors for going out. It's great. Look at this. Size 1 machine guns. This is a great dropship. All right. And then we come to our 6th ship that got absolutely deleted. And that is the F8 Lightning. The F8 Lightning is a Squadron 42 ship, just like the F7A. And it is currently in service for the UAE military, which means that to fly it, you're going to have to earn it in Squadron. It's an absolutely beautiful ship, and these 2 side wings on the nose like kind of close in when you get in, or when you power on and all that. Superman flies this ship in Squadron 42. I'm going to drink some coffee here. It's got an absolutely ludicrous amount of guns on it. It's billed as a heavy fighter, but it's only one man. So unlike the Vanguard, right? All of this is going to be pilot controlled. So two size 3 is on the wings, 2 size 2s on the wings. I believe there's more size 3s underneath. We gotta flip down, right? I think these are size 3s as well, repeaters. And then you've got more size 3s or size 2s up here. I can't get close enough to look. So if all of these are size 3s, so that's 6 size 3s and a couple size 2s. I mean, the power alone, you can imagine this will probably have dual power plants to control all that. It'll have a pretty heavy signature, right? It's Anvil, so it's going to be heavily armored, but you're going to have to get a very specific ending, is kind of how they've described this. On Squadron to earn the right to purchase this in the universe, right? And just like the F7A will be a reward for completing the game with a specific ending, this will be a reward as well. Looking at the cockpit here is it's not as cool as I thought it would be, and I know Salty's going to be like, that's not what we said. So, you know, you look at the F7A and it's very F16 like, very low, slick, low profile. And Salty's right? Like, everything is not about, you know, a slick surface. But if I were to give CIG a little bit of advice, I would just say give me more MFDs way over here at the 90 degree. Dump this, move this up higher, okay? Because this stupid inner thought thing is too low. And give me some panels here, right? Some comms panels, some energy state panels or something like that, right? Because once Track IR and FOIP is really in the game, right? We'll be able to turn our heads really quick to check those. I don't need just this. And I mean, the bottom 2 MFDs are already cut off, you know, unless you're going to really back off on your field of view. So there's definitely, a little cleaning, I think, maybe. I don't care about these so much, but I would like them to give us some more panels over here because, you know, that's always useful. All right. Anyway, beautiful ship, fun little cockpit. Salty likened it to an Apache cockpit. I can kind of see that. Yeah. AH-64. Anyway, he got his DCS on in the conversation. It's all good though. All right. So open canopy, open exterior, open ladder. I guess we'll just hit Y and exit. But anyway, the F8 Lightning, and this I think really adds to the replayability of Squadron because you're gonna play Squadron. And you're gonna get an ending, and you're gonna unlock, right, the F7A, or you're gonna unlock something, and you're gonna be like, I don't want that ship. I want the Goram F8 Lightning. So you're gonna play it again and go for that different ending. The other thing about this is you can basically buy this in game, but to do that, it's there's 2 levels. There's like and I don't remember exactly what they are, and I still haven't researched it. It's like 10 grand to get the standard F8C. And it's like 25 grand or 20 grand to get the gold F8C. Which, of course, will just be a skin you can probably take off. But, you know, that's basically purchasing the best fighter in the game for that price tag, which is a lot of money. Okay, all right. Well, that's it. So now, what's going to happen is I'm going to turn and run, and we're going to pick up next with Salty and myself at the ground vehicles.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. It was just a jump for you, but for us, it's been hours. I cannot tell you how many problems we've had with just day one Anvil. Technology has been crazy. Pretty sure.
Mostly not game related.
Well, most of it was not game related. Some of it was game related. It's fine. We're all here. We're all here. We're standing next to the Anvil Ballista.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So, the Anvil Ballista is the one of 2 dedicated in-game air defense platforms, and it's the best dedicated air defense platform. If you're being honest, the other one is the Cyclone AA, but it just only has size 2 missiles. It's not what you would call overly powerful or effective. It does, I think, have an EMP, which could ruin a ship's day in a.m.m.o, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, that'll make you fall to the ground and die. But
if the EMPs would work.
If the EMPs would work and all that. But this ship, on the other hand, absolutely can ruin your day with 2 size 5 missiles, and I believe it's 8 size 3 or size 4 missiles.
Yes, I think so.
And then yeah, and then you have the turret pilot, the driver controlled turret.
Yeah, which makes sense because eventually, when everything is functional, it will have these outriggers that will have to calm down before you can shoot with your missiles.
Yeah. So yes. So Salty is pointing out the outriggers. We're guessing that's going to be a thing. So so the Ballista we now know is based off what is called the Atlas platform.
Yep.
So a modular vehicle. What was the vehicle that you talked about?
Oh, we don't. The Boxer.
The Boxer. Is it German?
The Dutch-German collab.
Yeah, Dutch-German
project
collab. Yeah, there you
for
go.
a multifunctional armored vehicle, and basically the entire back half of that can be slotted out for something else. And that's just a module.
And that's basically what this is. So
Yep.
hopefully that's what I mean, I would love that we've predicted or just figured out what their inspiration was. But basically that's what this is. So and we'll show why that is here in a minute.
And now I'm waiting for the armored recovery vehicle so you can swap these modules out on the field.
I don't know about that, Salty. I don't know
come
about
on.
that. I'm pretty sure they will always have to be swapped out in your menu.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, it would be...
It would be cool.
It would be cool if you could drop this AA portion out on the ground, so you could pick up multiple or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So one way in, right? This. Oh gosh. Oh.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, we can rent it. Why not? Here we go. Insufficient funds. Rent. Go.
Funny thing, I saw on Reddit already.
Yeah.
People posting the Atlas truck, basically like a semi-truck version.
I would love that. I would love that. I think that is something that is missing from the game.
Like a road train he had.
Yeah, I mean, what it should have is it should have, CIG, if you were gonna reuse this again, which I don't necessarily agree with, but let's assume you do. Yeah, absolutely a truck with magnetic SCU, magnetic deck plating for boxes, and just like in, I think it's the Cutlass Black, right? The flippable seats, right? Yeah, a seat that you can flip. Jump seats that flip down and flip up, right? So if they're up, maximum cargo. If they're down, you can put people in it, and it's the cargo is restricted. But absolutely, that would fit very well with what's called a GAC, which is a ground assault convoy, which is what a lot of our infantry units do. And this would be a perfect vehicle for that. So, excuse me. If we step inside, there is very little interior lighting in here. You can see the amazing amount of screens that we got going on for the pilot, which is the driver, which is really nice. And then back here,
rack.
Yep, weapons rack. And then back here, you got your seat for your turret.
Shrouded in darkness.
Shrouded in darkness, because we're enclosed, so we don't have a headlamp.
I can demonstrate it quickly. I think it pops out. Oh no, this screens pop out. Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh. Fire missile, Salty. All systems are online.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Terrorist attack at IAE. Anyway, so this is good. Only movable by one line of ships right now. Yeah, C2, M2, C2, M2, A2.
And you can put it in the 890 jump, the cargo bay.
Can you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. it's big enough. Well, the cargo elevator is big enough to fit this thing.
Okay, well that I didn't know. So, okay, 2 lines of ships.
Yep.
Arguably, some of the most expensive ships in the game. Not arguably,
Yeah.
factually. So we'll come to that in a minute. So anti-air defense, ballista, Anvil Ballista, good ship. You ready to go? Let's go.
Yep.
We gotta push. We gotta push. Push on. All right. Now this is somehow where I got corrupted. And the corruption truly began on my last video, was this walk over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So now we're looking at the Anvil Spartan. Now, obviously, same chassis, the Atlas chassis. This is an APC. Pretty cool vehicle. Yep, we got... so again, that Dutch, what do we call it? The Boxer?
Yes.
Right? But it also, especially with the side door ramps, it looks a lot more like a Russian BTR 82. Because the BTR series has the side doors in the center, in addition to a back ramp. And it also has a, the 82 has an auto gun, or an auto cannon, that looks about the range of a 30 or a 25 millimeter. And of course this has dual miniguns.
Yep.
But regardless, it kind of fits in that wheelhouse of vehicles. Pretty cool. Oh, you know what I just noticed, Salty?
What?
Oh, CIG. CIG. Oh, no. So they don't actually know why this is, I don't think, CIG. Goodness.
What?
Goodness. So, there are 2 antennae on the top of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, the reason they're folded back, right, is because in real life, tactical vehicles have these big antennas, right, that come off their vehicles. Now, when maneuvering within close range within your formation, you don't need the antennas at full extended range to talk to each other. And so we tie them down. We use bungee cords, we pull them over, and we bungee them down in place so that they're... And the reason for that is concealment, right? I could have my entire vehicle behind a berm, and those stupid-ass antennas will be giving my position away. So we pull those down. Now, if I need to talk a long distance, I might have to release one of those antennas to get max to, for highest clearance, make sure that I can broadcast appropriately, but then I'm going to pull that back down. The reason why the CIG clearly saw a picture of this and are replicating it here, but as you can see, it should be that the antennas are built to be straight, not at an angle, and then they've been forcibly pulled over and like locked in place.
Yeah.
Whereas they've built them at an angle.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because I feel like they didn't quite understand exactly why we do that in the military, which is fine.
Well, it might be that the base is also rotating.
The base could, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like a fixed hard base. But, it could. It's fine. But that's why those antennae are that way. So, Salty and I both love this vehicle. It's exceptional. We have wanted an APC, well, Salty especially has wanted an APC in game for like 5 years now.
Yeah, something like that.
It's fantastic. So I'm gonna go back into first person and we can walk in here and check it out. It carries 8 people.
Yep.
8 people in the back. Okay, with their weapons. And then
windows, which, yeah, they're not, unfortunately not coverable. Like the covers cannot close, and it's kind of weird. I think, like, why you have that fencing in the first place.
Okay, so then we have windows, right? We have windows. Well, again, I think I can't say exactly why there's fencing here.
Because their glass is supposed to be as tough as the
hull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will say that another possibility on that is a misunderstanding again of a certain aspect of military technology. So in Iraq and Afghanistan, a lot of vehicles that look like this, APCs, personnel movers, they are wrapped in steel grating like this. And the design for that was, right, so the older RPG-7s would, they would interfere with the warhead and prevent the warhead's penetration capability to actually penetrate the vehicle. And so it would force it to explode prematurely, and so the full blast of that shape charge inside the RPG-7 would not translate directly against the hull. And so these screens existed, and we still have them, and you can go look at footage and pictures of these RPG screens that we had. I feel like they put that grating over there to kind of, because they're saying, well, instead of wrapping it around the vehicle, let's just put it on the windows. I could be wrong, but really in a world where your transparent aluminum is as strong as the hull, there's no real reason to do that. I mean, we use those screens specifically to counter specific weapon systems that were a danger. And then, over the course of 20 years, the weapons began to outstrip that capability. And they became less effective. So that's just a side note on tactics and why they may have put that in there. But I could be wrong. But
actually shrapnel, but then still the whole strength of the glass.
Yeah, I would rather be able to shoot out of these. I think that would be cool. Like if you could, if there was an interaction point where you could like lean in, and with a weapon.
Pretty far in.
They are pretty far in, but you know they could give us an animation or something. Like put your
crouch.
Put your knees in the seat. It would be a special animation. Knees in the seat, and then you kind of lean forward. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So center section is your evac, right, which is pretty great, and then your front is again your pilot controlled area, just like the Anvil Ballista.
Yep. Only the component housing is different. The layout, at least.
Right. Yeah. So our only complaint specific to this vehicle, right, and it really, because I like this vehicle and Salty and I love this vehicle, is that in the vehicles that CIG is looking at for inspiration, there is a gunner dedicated to the top weapon. It's not driver controlled. So what we would like to see is maybe shift some of these size 0 components, right, to other places in the vehicle. All right, and then put a control screen here so that we can, and like maybe a fold out seat, so that a gunner could sit here, because if I stand here up with the seat and Salty stands where we're talking about, stand.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, over where we want the thing. Yeah, there you go. Look, there's so much room here, and look, I can walk by him even if he was sitting. It's amazing. And then that would be more lifelike as far as that particular weapon.
Feature.
Yeah. So for the Ballista, it makes sense, because if the Ballista is going to be stationary when firing, then the pilot can control that weapon. Yep. But for this, on the Assault, the pilot, there should be a gunner gunning that top turret while the driver's focused on driving and while the infantrymen are focused on getting ready to disembark. And so that's really our only complaint. I think that would be an easy fix for CIG. It's one of those things they probably just didn't realize, or they just thought wouldn't be important. But when you talk about military vehicles and how they function and why this space would be so big and why the space on a BTR or the Boxer is so big, it's because this is there is a gunner in there. All right.
Yeah.
Now, very enjoyable vehicle. We love it. What's our hot take, Salty?
I would say it's too big. It's quite the logistical nightmare, as it only fits in a very short list of ships.
Yeah.
And for only 8 seats in the back, it's quite large footprint. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I would say, in that regard.
So, excellent vehicle. Hot take, we need something smaller. Smaller.
Yeah.
We
because
need
I don't know, because I'm not a military person, but I would say a military would not adopt this in real life because it's way too big for its function.
Well, I mean, I'll say that we have adopted some stupidly large vehicles. The Buffalo is one of them, right? It's a 8, 9, 10 person transport vehicle, absolutely asinine. It was huge. It was specifically for counter-terrorist and counterinsurgency operations, probably along the same scale as this vehicle. But I would tell you that from a strictly from a tactical perspective, this is good, but every single military that fields a BTR or a Boxer also fields smaller APCs. Right,
Yeah.
so take a look at the M113 CIG.
Oh, yeah.
Right, take a look at even the Bradley fighting vehicle. Right, would be smaller than this. It would be.
Yeah.
It would be shorter, and it would be both in height and in well, maybe not in height, but I bet in height and also in length. And so because of that, those vehicles fit on more platforms. Really, I would say look at the 113. Look at the 113. Take a hard look at that. There's a driver, there's a gunner. There's a driver, there's a gunner, and there's seats in the back. 6 seats. One door. Yeah. Get rid of the side doors. One door in the back. Driver, gunner, 6 infantrymen. Make it fittable in a Carrack. Make it fittable. Probably not a freelancer.
No.
You could maybe try to make it fittable in a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I think that would be a fair thing. If you could get it to fit in a Valkyrie, I think we'd be winning for a appropriately sized APC that the broad community can enjoy. Yeah, because this, man, just lots of people aren't going to get this because they can't move it.
Yeah.
Or they'll get it under the hopes and dreams one day that they have an M2 or a C2.
Or a friend who has one.
Or a friend who has one, right? So anyway, that's our hot take on that. Fantastic APC. We just need one smaller.
Maybe the off-road capabilities are also not great for like the middle part because it's quite long and not supported.
Yeah. I would also say that a smaller APC could be tracked. Another use for that track technology that they've made for the Tumbrel Nova. So that's my hot take. Smaller, tracked. Look at the M113. We need a gunner. Yep. We need a driver. And I think good to go. That's it.
I think they just yeah. I think this was just a quick, easy thing to make an APC out of.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why they chose this.
No, and I think it's fantastic APC. I really do. And I think it's got a great place in the lineup. I just think that we also need a smaller version.
I think most, if not all, of the community can agree on that.
If this were half the size, like I was discussing an M113, I would have bought it. But I'm not going to buy this because I can't move it on my own. So
I will buy it too, even though I bought this.
I mean, but Salty has an M2, so Salty can move it.
I have an M2, and I will ditch this immediately after.
For a smaller one?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looks good, sure, but no, this is too much.
Wow, I don't think it's too much at game launch but in for like big org fights, I think it's going to be great.
True.
But I definitely
maybe
think
add a couple more seats though, and a turret.
Yeah.
Then it will be fine. Then I might keep it.
No, I like it the way it is. I think it's fine. I really do think we just need to make a couple tweaks and give us a smaller one so we have a little bit of something that everybody can enjoy. Because everybody can't really enjoy this as a vehicle. Because if you can't move it,
there's no point.
There's no point. It's such limited utility. All right.
Oh, this is the lighting.
Oh, did you find the lighting?
Well, every panel has it, but it's kind of weird. It's also, I guess, a bug.
Oh, that's better lighting. Yeah, no, I like it. All right, let's push on. Last ship?
Yes.
Last ship. All right. So we're gonna head over here. We're gonna head over here to the display, the hologram room. Oh,
supposedly holograms.
Hologram. Wow, yeah. So, all right. And this guy right here is the Liberator.
Yeah.
So the Liberator is inspired by kind of World War II dropship, except that it's like a World War II, landing craft. But it's like a World War II landing craft. It's taken so many steroids that you can't see its head anymore, like because the biceps are so huge and the shoulders are so huge. It's just it's swollen up to the size that the head has disappeared. This thing is gargantuan.
It's like a giant elcac.
Yeah.
Craft.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if you I said this before, there is I think Finnish built, Chinese purchased hovercraft. It's enormous, absolutely enormous. It can carry tanks. It's huge. It's what this reminds me of. So what is it? It was size 1 pads on top, 2 size 1 pads on top, and size 0 pad on the bottom.
Yep.
So it can carry its own. Yeah, it can carry its own fighter escort, and then you can see the ramp. That's that's a door. You go inside there, and you've got internal storage for ground vehicles. So this is basically a landing craft that can carry its own fighter escort. 2-man crew, very lightly armed, but heavily armored.
Yeah.
And they've said that you could probably carry a lot more on it than what you could spawn it with. So you could spawn it with a certain number of things, and then if you want to, you could land a bunch more on there, and it'll still work.
Yeah.
To give you a sense of scale, this ship has right now templated 400 SCU of cargo, which is roughly what my Carrack has, and we saw that vehicle at the beginning of the walkthrough. So, imagine a Carrack, but wider, probably as long, but wider.
As long, yeah.
Probably as long, but wider, and like wholly dedicated to moving things. That is this ship. So pretty niche.
Yeah.
But pretty cool.
Probably only for assaults or transports, because we now have the localized inventory. You can potentially do some transport services to other players. They can load up all their stuff from one station or system and move it to a different place.
Yeah, and I think that's honestly what these guys are going to be doing most of the time. I mean, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's also good. I mean, you can also get good profits off cargo running.
Yeah, especially with the 2-man crew only.
I mean, 2-man crew running 400 SCU.
Basically, you can run this thing on your own, I guess.
You could, yeah.
The second person is only added for the third.
So in a safe zone, you might be able to run this on your own and do okay.
Yep.
Anyway. So that's the Liberator.
Any problems in atmosphere, but
yeah. Now, the last thing we'll talk about, the one thing that's not here, and the one thing that Salty wishes was here, is the Anvil Crucible.
Yep. It's not here for some reason, even though it is on the store.
Yeah, so the Anvil Crucible is a repair capability, a repair ship. It's like end-game repair. It's
put a picture up when you're talking about this.
I will. I'll put what you see on your screen right now is a Crucible as it is envisioned.
Yeah.
It's got all kinds of cool features. The bridge moves around. The engines all move around to account for lacks of center of gravity.
Changes in this. Yeah.
It's basically gonna be if you've, let's say, damaged your Idris or whatever, you get 3 or 4 of these things together. They can all interlink and repair the Idris. Over time. right? Your organization would have to feed in raw materials, and then it would do the repairs. So pretty cool. They do have a hologram of it, I think.
They do, yeah, because last time it was actually on, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not here, but yeah, forgotten, left behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Crucible. So if you have a big org, or even if you just want to go into the repair business, and you're willing to wait, you know, get going. And I'll tell you right now, what I think I looked it up. It was $350.
Yes.
$350 US dollars. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, based on the way these ships are going, you get that ship at $350. By the time it launches, it'll be worth $700.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about it. If that's what you're into, if that's what the gameplay you want to try, it's going to be. I guarantee it'll go up in price once it gains functionality, and it's in the game. So it's going to be. It's like Banu Merchantman, right? You bought it for $250, and now it costs $500. So.
Yeah, I think it will shoot up in price eventually. Well, it's also known for its Scarab, which is the detachable garage/repair bay, which you can. It has its own landing gear as well, its own logistics of stuff, so you can leave it either on the ground for. That's what people are going to do with the Daymar Rally. That's basically like a little pit stop, right there. Yeah, you can leave it in orbit as well, because it's fully sealed. It has its own airlocks. It has its own ramp even. And then you can detach it and work on the capital ship with other crucibles in the meantime. Yeah.
Yeah. So Salty is to the Crucible that Terrapin owners are to the Terrapin. He loves it.
Yeah. After the Merchantman, this is my second. Yeah, this is my second favorite, I guess. Yeah.
It's just, you know, we're waiting. We're continuing to wait for game loops to come out.
Yeah.
So, well, that's it for Anvil Day. This has been a very hard video to make. I hope you enjoy it.
I hope it will work out.
I hope it works and we don't have to do this again. Come check out a.m.m.o. Oh, goodness.
We're Miss Day.
Yeah,
I mean Aegis. Sorry. Aegis Day.
Yeah. Well, yes, and we will be walking through that as well. Aegis Day. That'll be another long one. Lots of Aegis ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, a.m.m.o. Is a small PMC, and we do a little bit of everything though. So, you know, if you want to see more, IAE coverage, like, sub, continue to watch. Come check out a.m.m.o. We'll put the links in the Discord, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one.
Or in Discord.
Later.
Bye.
With courage. For honor. In strength.